I've been playing professional baseball since I was 18 years old. I'm 50 years old now. I think, you know, that was my addiction, playing baseball. I love just the sights and sounds, the smells, the odors of it, the bats, everything about it. I love the game and its simplicity. So I think, you know, physically and mentally, you try to stay in it as long as possible. You try to stay attached with it. You know, obviously, even though I'm 50 years old, I can still perform pretty well. I do play some independent baseball now and then, league ball. I play a lot of softball too. So I think it keeps you young. I think you try to stay as physical as much as possible, and you try to remember those days when you were young and playing out there in the major leagues. I wrote that book, Juiced. There were a lot of you know, people either hated me or loved me. Major League Baseball definitely hates me for telling the truth about the game. But I would love to be associated with the game. I would love to be, you know, one day a major league manager for sure, or maybe a third base coach or hitting instructor. Nothing but about it. You know, hopefully some years down the line or sometime down the line, Major League Baseball realize that I do the best for the game. The game is completely clean because I wrote that book, Juiced. And, you know, together with Major League Baseball, the game is the best game in the world right now. If you read my book, Juiced, it began in 1984 when my mom passed away. And, you know, in a nutshell, quickly, I was playing with the Modesto A's. And they called me. My mom has suffered from migraines her whole life. They called me in mid-season. I fly into Florida, I fly into the hospital, and my mom's in the hospital bed, and she's basically brain dead. She's connected to tubes and a breathing apparatus. And you know, I started crying, and my mom had really never seen me play baseball a lot, and I promised her on the spot that for her I was going to be the best baseball player in the world, no matter what. And you know, shortly after that, obviously, we buried my mom, and then I encountered a gentleman named Ricky who introduced me to steroids, and from there started using steroids and was really kind of obsessed and really wanted to become the best player in the world for my mom, and really dedicated my life to, you know, the workouts, the nutrition, learning the game of baseball, psychology behind it, and the art of power hitting. And at one point in time in 1988, when I became the first guy to do 40-40, I fulfilled that dream to my mom and became the best player in the world. That year, they asked me, Jose, what did you want to do this year? What do you want to accomplish? Because the 2 prior years, I did 30 to 100, 30 to 100. I said, well, if I stay healthy, I think I have the ability of doing the 40-40. That means stealing 40 bases, hitting 40 home runs the same year. And the media laughed at me. They thought I was joking. They said, do you realize that no one's ever done it? And at one point in time, I said, wait a minute, is it that difficult to do? That no one had ever done it? But then the media didn't realize how hard I had worked during the off-season, working with sprint technicians and weightlifting and explosive speed. And I learned how to read pitchers a whole lot more. So started the season healthy. By mid-season, I think I was halfway there. And on September 23rd, I think it was, I accomplished the 40-40. And I think at that point, you know, I stole the base, grabbed it at second base, I raised it above my head. And during the off-season, I got unanimous. I was a unanimous MVP and was rated the best player in the world. So I knew at that time I had fulfilled my promise to my mom. When I played, the minimum salary was $60,000 a year. Now the minimum salary is probably close to $500,000 or over $500,000. When I played, you had to prove yourself year in, year out to get even a 5-year contract. Nowadays, you have 2 good years and you got a 10-year guaranteed $100 million. So the salary structure is drastically different. In my day, they wouldn't promote the player. Basically, the team were in constant battles with the Player Association and the players themselves. Nowadays, organizations and teams are smart. Now they promote Major League Baseball and they promote the players themselves, which are Major League Baseball, so it's definitely changed a lot. Well, my super agent, Melendez, came up with an idea, because I'm going to turn 50. I actually just turned 50 2 days ago, but we started the tour before I turned 50, about doing kind of like a cross-country tour, the Midwest, Canada, and then we're going to New York too, California, and doing like home run exhibitions, baseball and softball around, and kind of revisiting my own stomping grounds where I used to play some minor league baseball at. And then I said, wow, that's actually a pretty good idea. It's going to remind me of the minor leagues when I was, you know, back then with these 15-hour bus rides. And then I asked him, how are we going to do this? We're going to fly? He goes, no, I think it's a better idea for us just to buy an RV so we can go from city to city, because it would be more cost effective, especially for teams and us to get to certain cities in between. So went out and bought this 40-foot RV that looks like the Partridge Family RV. It's an older model. It's pretty nice, the older model. It does the job, and we've been in there at one point, I think 20 straight hours traveling. I forgot from one city to what cities. I'm becoming delirious out here. So, we've gone to certain ballparks, done some home runs with softball, some home runs with baseball. Even played a little bit. I played a game, a college game, actually. So right now we're on the second part of it. We just did an appearance here, and we're going to another appearance now. It's 70, 80 miles away, a few hours. Believe me, in an RV it's much slower than a regular car. And a regular car is an hour, and an RV is about double that time. And where are we going, host? South Bend?
South Bend, Indiana.
South Bend, Indiana. And we're going to do it, who is it, affiliate with the White Sox?
The Diamondbacks.
Oh, sorry, the Diamondbacks affiliate. It's a Class A affiliate. And they want me to put on a home run exhibition with softballs, believe it or not, because I do hit a softball pretty far. And we're going to do that now. So far it's been a great time. We've only had, I think, 2 breakdowns. The other driver we used to have hit a gas station, which we survived that. And then what else? I think the awning fell down, that he had to go on top of the roof, the driver, and fix that. And then the Conseco Mobile, we call this 40-foot RV. One time we didn't put it in the right gear, so we had to go under the RV and find this lever that you push in to put it in gear. It was a pain in the ass. We finally found that. And, we're alive. We're alive, and we're on the second part of our trip having a pretty good time. Yeah, actually, the fan reception has been great. A lot of fans out there. One minor league ballpark, which is really independent baseball. I think we had almost 8,000 people. And hopefully now I think we're going to have a sold-out crowd, too. And I think they just want to see, long home runs with baseball, with softballs. We have a great time. We sign autographs out there and kind of, relive those minor league days. I have given a lot of advice to kids I meet out there. I do some instructions on power hitting. And, a lot of kids ask me, is it worth it using steroids? I go, absolutely not. You cannot use it now. It's illegal. It's against the law, number one. Number two is against Major League Baseball rules. And, you really don't need to use it. I think a lot of hard work will get you there wherever you want to get, a lot of dedication. And plus, I think steroids are completely overrated. They talk about, not inducting players into the Hall of Fame because they use chemicals, but what about the players' talent that they really had, the hard work that they put behind it? So you're telling me that, steroids make you a superstar athlete? That's just completely wrong. Things that people don't know about me. I don't know, it seems like my life's been an open book. It seems like, I wrote 2 books. I'm very honest. I'm very upfront. I'm a guy you can definitely trust with almost anything, really. Not outspoken, but I don't like to see injustices being done. So maybe that.